Today, I am in a call with my boy Astro, and we are talking about the beta as a whole because PlayStation just finished their beta for Modern Warfare 3. But we are about to go right back into the Modern Warfare 3 beta on PC now in almost 24 hours. So I wanted to get his thoughts and my thoughts kind of in the same video because we're two different very odd players. He's the more competitive, and I'm the more content creation type. And you put them together, and sure, we might mesh pretty well in a game. But you'll hear different opinions when you're listening to this video. So if you enjoy that, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And go give Astro a check. You know, his link will be down in the comment section. But that all being said, they already made some notes over on Twitter saying that they want to see changes to the game right in the next beta. That's happening in like 24 hours. I don't know if you saw that, Astro.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was surprised. Like when you said they had like talked about like some of the slide timing and what they wanted to like fix coming up. I didn't know that they were already going to do that. Like this upcoming beta, like in a day and a half that they were going to make these changes. I was like, "Oh, like don't expect to see them." And you were like, "No. They're going to do it in this next upcoming beta." And I honestly can't wait to see what they do. Like Thursday can't come soon enough, brother.
I know, because they listed off, right, the three things that they said right away there's going to be noticeable differences, right? It was respawns, it was sliding timing, which we'll talk about a bit in more detail, and what was the other thing? Sliding timing?
It was operator visibility.
Visibility, which is huge. Like, yeah. I don't know about you, but I've been shooting teammates more than I think I have in the last 3 CODs. Like I literally think I shot more teammates in this beta
100%.
than all the CODs.
It threw me off so much that getting used to PS5 input to like all of that combined with like being on 60 frames and stuff like that, like not being able to like see who I'm shooting at, who it is, and I'm putting in like half of my mag into somebody and I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? Like I don't even know what was going on half the time because of that. So that is a big part that I didn't even think about.
They did. I read something that it had to do with, and if you guys follow me over on Twitter, you probably see me tweet about it, but they were talking about it had to do with, one, the transparency of the names had been dropped a bit. Like, it was like on Modern Warfare 2 compared to Modern Warfare 3, I think it's like a 50% opacity. And then the other thing is the actual font size and font was smaller, making it just a lot less legible. Because there is a font difference and a red dot difference that they just decreased. So that's an easy enough tweak.
I noticed, yeah, it is an easy enough tweak. I would rather have it be like a bright green like dot above their head so I know for a fact that I don't even need to worry about it. It's just more about the whole awareness thing. You know what I'm saying? If I think this guy is an enemy, I'm going to put my whole mag into him, and then I'm going to wonder what the fuck is going on because he's not dying. So
right,
that should be an easy fix. But I think the bigger part of it all is just communication. Like, there was none of this. And they even went too far to label it out of like, this is the top of our priority. Obviously, like spawn selection, it's fucking Call of Duty. Their spawns are never going to get fixed. I mean, we've been playing Call of Duty for how long? They will never fix spawns. I don't care. Like, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not too worried about it, but it's actually cool. They just brought it up, whatever. But like the communication is above and beyond like amazing right now.
Oh, the standard has been set super high, which now, okay, don't set your expectations too high because I'll say this is only the beginning, right? This is the beta stage. If you remember Modern Warfare 2's beta stage, they were super transparent and super open comms. And then like game drops and, you know, Bravo 6 going dark, you know? So I don't know if that's going to continue. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, but we're still in the beta stages. So that could all change, but it makes me hopeful. And then
it could just be the greatest marketing scheme of all time. Like, you know how Call of Duty is for sure. They could just steal our $70 and then
revert everything.
Not enough fun. Yeah, exactly. So who knows? Like, yeah. But everything that they've shown us and everything that they're doing, like especially with the whole next thing, and they're bringing like rebirth, like everything that they're just kind of lining up to do, just seems like they're starting to kind of get their shit together and get a vision for what the fuck they want this game to look like. So it is nice to kind of see for sure.
Right. Then, all right, so we've talked visibility, right? The movement itself, like we said, there's minor changes that are going to be happening, but it could be fairly major, even though they're minor changes, right? So they're saying sliding timing. I don't know what else that could mean other than the slide delay, right? Like the actual slide interaction happening as soon as you press slide on your controller or keyboard, and the delay after the fact, because there's two different delays. So I'm wondering, are they saying just the one in the beginning of actually pressing slide and you feeling your slide start, or is it that immediate pause that we have after finishing the slide, or is it both? I'm hoping both. I would love for us to be able to jump into the game and not have all these delays on actions that we're making. But that's another thing that is kind of like, I hope, I hope, but I think they're going to get it right. I have faith in them. You know, it's like you said, they're setting it up for so much success. It'd be dumb to actually make all these changes and then all of a sudden, like, the game drops and it's, you know, like Modern Warfare 2 did, you know, just absolutely sabotaging and deleting, you know, the slide cancel, deleting the bunny hop. Like, I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll add back a bunny hop, but I do think they'll fix the slide cancel because we want that Modern Warfare 19 movement, that on ice skates kind of vibe.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I think that's the one thing from playing this weekend that kind of made me say like, okay, so this feels damn near close to MW19. And what was the one thing that you would say that didn't make it feel that way? It was the slide delay. It was the slide between the time that I slide and then the next time that I can just pick up and off going. That was the one thing of where it wasn't that instant like communication between player, controller to player, to where it's like I can just skate, go around, go where I want to go at an instant notice. Like that's the one thing that was missing. That was the one thing. Everything else, like the low recoil on the guns, no smoke, like visual recoil very, very minimal. Everything else felt like it was MW19.
Yeah.
Everything.
And even the actual what's it called? The actual like sliding itself, right? If it's just like in general, you could slide cancel and you could, you know, speed up those animations. I'm fine with perks doing the other things like, oh, you can slide longer, you can ADS while slide. Like that's all good. I think that should stay on perks, right? I don't think that needs to be the norm because you're creating different play styles by not having that. But the slide cancel itself should be universal for anyone and everyone to be able to use. There should be no delays for everyone and anyone. You know, that shouldn't be the stuff that punishes a player. The punishment should be your actual aim. Which, by the way, I've heard both sides. On the aiming side, that aim assist feels nerfed. Aim assist feels the same. My personal feeling is it feels pretty much the same, except for the delay on console is just a little higher. But I think it feels the same. Like, I'm still hitting my shots. The TTK, I think, it just makes it feel like you don't have the same amount of aim assist because a lot of players who were not as good were getting more kills in the old game than they are now. And they're like, oh, its aim assist is nerfed. I really think it's just they're not hitting their shots.
That extra millisecond where you got to be on that body for just that much longer can make all that world of a difference for sure.
Yeah,
I really think it's about the same though. I really do.
No, I agree. And then the final thing that they put, and we'll talk about some of the other things we expect, right, to change. But one of the final things that they put on that post on Twitter is that the spawns, right? We talked about it a bit in the past. The spawns are a little chalked in this game. They're not the worst, but they're a little chalked. And they said they're going to be reworking that. Now, I don't know what that means because the post itself, if I remember right, it says spawn choices, which is like
spawn selection. Yeah,
spawn selection. It's a weird way to word that. I don't know what exactly that can mean other than, you know, the game itself choosing, because the more I think about that wording, I'm thinking, oh, I'm choosing my spawn. Like, would I like to spawn on a teammate type of thing?
Oh, somewhere like Battlefield-esque kind of.
Right. I'm kind of hoping that's not the case because I think teammate spawns like are usually the worst way to play. I think you should have objective-based spawns.
Unless you're playing Ground War, which was a big highlight that I don't think I got my enough hands on.
No.
That's just a little sidebar, but that has that kind of selection, right? Like the spawn selection you can spawn on. So if you really wanted to play like that, you could just go play Ground War, which I felt was amazing. Ground War's back.
Ground War is definitely back. Like, I think Modern Warfare 2 ruined Ground War for a bit. And in MW19, it was like peak. We're getting back to where it was in MW19, like where it just feels like you're playing Ground War. And I hope we never see the return of Invasion. Personally, I think Invasion was just like too much of them trying for AI. I don't know. We had a year of AI talk, whether it was, you know, YouTube video AI, whether it was ChatGPT, whether it was gaming. Everything was about AI, and I want to see a little bit of a stray away from that. Let's go back to what mattered in gaming, and that was having fun. So it seems like we're doing that with this one.
No, 100%. And hopefully they just like keep adding on that, right? Like, I think that the one thing too that was kind of annoying, like, was the fact that kill streaks aren't wrappable. Like, did you notice that? Like, how if you're on a streak, your kill streaks don't wrap back up. So that would be kind of another thing that I felt like could improve the lifestyle, because like you're gonna punish me for being on such a long kill streak. Like, why can't I get another UAV? Why can't I do so? So that would be just one thing if I could think of anything that might have been nicer in the gameplay. But you know,
well, the thing is with this whole game right now is like, because it's a beta, right? We know there's so much more coming, right? I mean, we were given 3 maps and they were like, you know what? Here's Rust, by the way. Like, we got lucky. We got that 4th map on the, I think it was day 3 or day 2. But like, we're missing half of the streaks, you know, and the Juggernaut didn't feel OP. Like, there's so many things that like we didn't get to see yet. Like, there might be another version of the Juggernaut that we haven't seen, but like, this all in all has felt like a good beta. And the fact that they're already listening is great news. I will say
100%.
One of the things that they haven't talked about yet, which I'm hoping we see change, right, is the health. And I don't mean like, oh, we need less or more. I mean the regeneration of the health. Because we had that Battle Rage day where it was like everyone was using Battle Rage in the first, like, I think it was 7 hours of the game being out on beta. And granted, if Battle Rage wasn't, you know, as broken, it would have been great. But because it was so broken, everyone was using it. If there was like a stim shot equivalent, or there's a quick fix equivalent, sure, I would use that. But the health regeneration that's in the game right now, I mean, you get shot, you take, I think it's like a full like 5 seconds to get your health back. That doesn't help for, you know,
you're just like laying there praying that they don't peek you.
Right, which becomes a whole problem of the way to win is to stack, right? You have multiple players all on top of each other. And I'm hoping that doesn't, you know, definitely should not come through into Warzone. Like, that should not be translated into Warzone.
No,
like,
I don't think it will, because they had stims in their version of Warzone though too, right? So I'm pretty sure at least at the end of the day, like, there will be stims. I would like obviously to see the movement come along with the stims and stuff like that, but I think there's gonna be stims, obviously. So at least that point,
I didn't see that.
Won't be that bad. Yeah. In Warzone, I'm pretty sure at COD Next they were using stims.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, stim shots is definitely a move. I think quick fix needs to be in the game. And I think if they have in multiplayer, though, they have the health regeneration, just be a little faster. You know, you could take more gunfights. Because right now, the way the game's set up is you could fight 2 people, but that 3rd one is going to kill you. You know, even if they hit, you know, 2 bullets on you, they're going to do the kill. So that's overall, though, I think everything that I wanted to cover. I don't know if there's anything that you feel that you know, want to talk about real quick.
No, basically the beta was great. Like I said, I cannot wait to see what the changes they bring up, because that changes we'll see on, like, you know, how serious they're gonna take our opinion. Are they gonna kind of like do it like how Infinity Ward did to us, kind of like the past seasons? Like, we'll give you what you want, but like only in micro doses, you know? Like, we'll like feed you little snack pieces along the way. So if they really revert and like there's no delay at all or anything like that, like, that'll just set up what we're looking forward to in this whole next year, you know? So this is the first step. I hope they make the right play.
Well, I think Sledgehammer knows. Sledgehammer has a track record, right, of kind of being, and I hate to say it like this, but kind of being the little brother, right, that everyone wants to beat up on in the studio wise. It's like everyone thinks of Treyarch, everyone thinks of Infinity Ward, and this is now like a turning point for Sledgehammer, where like they made World War II, people weren't really in love with it. They made Vanguard, people really weren't in love with it. But like, there are things they've learned over those years that I think they're finally putting together when making this COD, because they are the studio of the people now. Like, they are the most liked, I think, next to Treyarch.
Yeah, 100%. And even, yeah, no, 100%. So they could leave their mark, man. They really could. They could really change in the whole, they could shake it all up right now. So hopefully they do good. I think they will.
Yep.
Like
Which
said, just a
again,
beta,
they are handling only multiplayer. Raven is totally in charge of Warzone. So they are I think
like
this is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a change of the helm. Everything is changing. Looks like it's being geared towards the right direction. Because if Raven is doing that, like End of Caldera is when Raven was taking over and it was fully them. That was the best Warzone ever played. As far as like quality of life changes, everything that they were doing, communication, that was the best. It was just humming along. It felt great.
I think that where a lot of things fell short, and we'll kind of end it here, is I think Raven could do a lot of things right with Warzone. They just need a team that supports them, like behind them. And because now everybody is handling different parts of the game, Infinity Ward on campaign, Raven doing Warzone, Sledgehammer doing the actual multiplayer, and Treyarch doing zombies, you have everybody's studio representing the things they do best. Let it stay like that, and this Call of Duty will be the best Call of Duty to release. But they need to all continue to do what they do best, and that's also listening to the community.
Facts. Yep.
But I think that's about where we wrap it up. Where can they find you over on the YouTube?
Astro Boy Hero, all one word.
There you go.
Astro Boy Hero.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which we're probably going to be playing, the beta again, but this time with all the changes. So if you want to know what's changed, make sure you guys stay tuned.